and brand new national directors. They worked hard in a hard month, November, and we had some awesome victories. I am Dave Bengal, ambassador and super #1 Buy to Buy champ. That is my official title. It is on my super #1 bonus check out there, which I've yet to take to the bank. I want to go, if anyone wants to go with me, I'm going to take that check to the bank, actually. The giant Price is Right check, and I'm going to take it in and say, look, they wrote this check, I need to cash this check. We'll see how that turns out. So I'm going to go over the systems. How many of you guys know that when you start a business, you need to have a system in place so that the business can run without you? Anyone familiar with that? I'll give you guys a good example. It's a terrible example, but it does make the point. So if you're going to start a cash cow business, you could buy a McDonald's franchise, right? Now, if you did do that, you'd be a very evil person. No, erase that from the video, Howard. You cannot film this. So even though the food is terrible, McDonald's they crank out cash, right? Does McDonald's have the tastiest burgers? No. Who said yes? Get out of here. Does McDonald's have the comfiest chairs?
No.
Nope. Cleanest bathrooms?
No.
Most helpful staff? Right? It's like, what do they even have, right? What they have is a system that is completely duplicatable. You could be, as you guys already know, a pimply 14-year-old work permit person, and you can fry fries, you can run the register, it doesn't matter. Tall, short, big, skinny, fat, man, woman. Everyone can work at McDonald's at any station in the McDonald's, probably except for manager. That's the one that they probably actually accept a resume for. And no matter where you go, if you've ever traveled in the United States, if you have a burger, if you have a Big Mac in San Jose, and then you go to Chicago and have a Big Mac, it tastes what? The same, right? It tastes the same. Because there's a system in place to make sure that it's done right and that it's completely trainable to anybody. Anyone can do it, and it's all about the system. It's not about the tastiest burger. So what I'm going to go over right now is the system that is required to build a ViSalus business so that you can then, what? Check out, right? Go on vacation, and people are still sharing the challenge. You're still getting a paycheck because you're leveraging a, say it with me, system. Okay? So before you begin, secure your paycheck. If you're going to be a promoter, it only makes sense that you're going to get paid, right? So if you want to get paid, make sure that you're active. Active means you have 125 in auto ship volume. That could be free. So as long as you have 3 customers and you're getting 3 for free, then that's going to satisfy your auto ship requirement. Get into ViNet. There's tons of tools in there to market, and this is the key website right here. So your username .bodybybuy.com. That's the website you want to know by heart. You can rattle it off at any time. Have it on a business card. That's the most important website for your business. Tools. So equip yourself. Always have media kits. I always have media kits in my trunk, and samples, and go shots, and shake packages, and cookies, and everything that we sell as a Buy to Buy for promoter. Have those samples on you, because the best tool that we have is a sample. Anybody like the way the shake tastes?
Yeah.
Yes. How about the peanut butter cookie? Good? Yes? Okay. So that's a good tool, right? If somebody samples that and you say, hey, I got a delicious shake I want you to try, put away that nasty muscle milk with metal solids in it, try this delicious ViShake, and then they taste it, then they're going to be interested, right? And then you can share some more information. So that's the best tool that we have, is samples. This is what people are asking when you have a challenge party. And this is really important. When you have a challenge party, you want to always ask this question. Because anybody have really awesome ideas for their challenge party? Like, I'm going to have ice sculpted swans on the front lawn, and I'm going to have someone with passing out cocktails, and I'm going to have maybe a clown juggling and doing something for the you can get super creative with the challenge parties, right? But what you want to ask yourself every time is what I'm doing duplicatable? Okay, maybe you have a giant house, right? Maybe you have this huge house and you could spare no expense on your challenge party, but the people that you're inviting over, can they do those same things? You got to ask yourself that question, okay? So when you're doing a challenge party, people are asking themselves this question: can I do this? Can I do what this person is doing right now? Let's see, they made a shake, they played a video, they handed out some apps, they handed me a pen and said, go ahead and fill this out right here. Okay, so far I can do that, right? Do I have time to do this? So, if there's tons of prep that goes into your challenge party, they're going to think, gosh, this is a lot of work. There's staff here. I don't have time to do this business. But if it's super simple and it's in your living room, then they're going to think, well, what really is there? Even this presentation, I know it looks super fancy in here to you guys, right? I mean, balloons, and seems like we have all the right things. Anyway, we do try to keep it really, really simple. It's not about, glam and all kinds of smoke and mirrors. It's about keeping it simple so that people know that they can do it and they don't have to ask themselves that question. Would I be willing to do what you are doing to my friends and family? So the conversation that you're having with people when you're promoting the challenge and when you have a challenge party has to be very simple and has to be very friendly and inviting. Nothing weird, okay? We don't pressure people. We don't get salesy. Even when we're making our calls and when we introduce the challenge to people, it's just a simple conversation of, hey, I just found out about this 90-day challenge called Body by Vi. Have you heard of it?
No, tell me about it.
I would love to tell you about it. So it's a 90-day challenge where you can lose weight, you can improve your health. Do you have a couple minutes and I'll share with you some information? Boom, simple conversation. And can it eventually be done without me there? So that's the key question. This is what smart people ask themselves. Sure, anyone can have a challenge party, but is this something that will really duplicate, where I could train somebody to do this, to train somebody to do this, and that's the whole key. So if you're taking notes, you can write down simplification and duplication. Those are the two keys to any direct sales business. It has to be simple enough that anyone can do it, and it has to be duplicatable. Okay, those are the two keys. So we're going to go real quick through Get Started Training, and it's kind of a more advanced version. So if you're just getting started with us, you are going to need to know your support team. So your upline, their upline, their upline, and their upline. Okay? So get everybody's numbers, get familiar. If you haven't talked to them, ask, hey, who's your upline? I'd like to talk to them. Okay, that's a really good question. Make sure that you have ViSalus back office number, customer support, the vision call, and our team call. Those are all key numbers. You got to have those in your phone. And then, most importantly, the Vi line, right? Anybody know what the Vi line is? Yes? Anybody not heard the Vi line yet? Ah, awesome. Well, the Vi line is really cool. It's a snapshot. It's a 3.5-minute conversation on what Body by Vi is. Really easy to basically evaluate right then and there if you're interested or not. And that's my favorite tool. You put people on the Vi line, you introduce them to the challenge, and you get a yes or no right away. And then you don't have to drive all across town just for them to tell you, not interested. So the Vi line is awesome. When you're first getting started, set your goals. So be a product of the product, right? Set your 90-day challenge goal. If you've been in Body by Vi for 2 years and you're still 80 pounds overweight and you haven't lost a pound, then people are going to ask you, hey, buddy, what's your challenge goal, right? Yeah. We market a 90-day challenge, so it's important to be a product of the product. No matter what health state you're in, always set a new goal. As soon as you finish one 90-day challenge, start your next one right up, and you can get creative with it. It could be about the amount of times that you get in the gym. Blake was saying the secret to having something go viral is for it to be worth talking about. Right? So if you think about Blake's 90-day challenges, the first one was to climb the highest peak in the U.S., right? Mount Whitney. The second one was this crazy marine level mud buddy, get shocked by electricity. I think they slept out overnight in the cold, exposed to the elements or something. Anyway, crazy like Ironman competition. And then the third one, if you guys haven't seen the video, he put on 23 pounds of lean muscle mass in 90 days. Wow. 23 pounds, and this is on a small frame. 150 is 150 pounds, right, at the beginning? 130. Okay, who's the skinniest person in the room? V. How much does V weigh? 108. So less than 30 pounds more than V. That's Blake. Okay, that's how small of a guy Blake was. It's basically V with a backpack. Okay, put a bunch of books in the backpack, put it on V. There's Blake. That guy put on 23 pounds of lean muscle mass. I mean, he increased his size by like almost 20%. Crazy. What's interesting about that? Before Blake did that, I asked a bunch of personal trainers that I really, really respect their opinion. They've, done a phenomenal job training people. They all told me, impossible. Impossible without steroids. Basically, professional IFBB certified pros look to build between 5 and 10 pounds per year. Okay, and Blake did 23 pounds. And you can see the video, it's all legit. Yeah. He did have an awesome trainer, and the trainer is like really cocky in the video. He's all, who said this was impossible? Like, he knows that, he knows what's up. So set a real goal. What's cool about this is this month we're doing something really cool with New Year's resolution. What's going to happen, you guys, on January 1st? What is everybody going to want to set on January 1st?
Resolutions.
New Year's resolutions, right? So this month, particularly with Christmas coming up and all the Christmas parties, work parties, party, New Year's Eve party, are a lot of people going to want to start a 90-day challenge?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Probably not, right? The real health conscious people are, and thumbs up to them, high five to them, but a lot of people are not going to want to do it this month, right? So instead of us trying to fight against mainstream and convince everybody, don't eat cookies, don't eat gingerbread, don't eat candy, don't eat Christmas tree cookies, you know, let them know, hey, you know, we're partying too, but we launched something as a company. It's called the world's largest resolution rally. So we're going to break a record, and this is legit. You know, this came from the top, Nick and Blake, and we're going to break the Guinness Book of World Records for the most resolutions collected by any one group, and it's going to be over 1 million resolutions. Okay, so that's the record. We're going to break it, and the way we break it is you just ask everyone, and the easiest way to do this is send out an email to everybody you know. Hey, I'm with the world's largest resolution rally. We're going to break the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm trying to get as many resolutions as I can. Would you please share with me your health-based resolution for 2012? And then you get that resolution, not for this month, not trying to convince them to start a 90-day challenge today, knowing that they're probably not going to complete it. They're not going to make it through Christmas without having gingerbread house, okay? But basically get them to admit, because what happens right now, we know they're not going to want to do a 90-day challenge, but we can see into the future, we see the opportunity coming, where in January, people are going to want to start the 90-day challenge, right? Everybody is. Everyone's going to set a resolution. So what we do is we get the resolution now, and then all throughout the month, you call on this list that you make, okay, of all of these people that gave you their resolution, and you say, hey, I don't know if you know this, but I promote the #1 90-day challenge in the world right now. #1 90-day challenge. How would you like me to help you with your goal of losing 20 pounds, getting a six-pack, getting ready for summer, losing 30 pounds, lowering cholesterol, whatever the resolutions are, you have this qualified list, and then you just go down the list, you ask them, you know, if they'd like help with that, and then you put them through the system, and you sell them a Body by kit. And what you say is, listen, on the first, you're going to want to start your 90-day challenge. You're not going to have anything, right? You're going to be looking for a solution. So why don't you order the Body by kit now? Put it in the cupboard, put it on the shelf for a couple days, and then starting on the first, you'll have everything you need, rock and roll, and we can start a 90-day challenge together. Good idea?
Great idea.
It's a great idea. So that's what you want to do this month. That is the strategy. I hope you guys wrote that down. It's called Resolution Rally. It is legit. It is how we will grow through this month. Okay. Become a rising star. When do you want to become a rising star? If you're brand new, you want to do this in your first 7 days, maximum 30 days. There's a bunch of bonuses that you saw in the comp plan that are related to that. Refer your 3 and get your next month free. That's the biggest thing. This is why we're exploding, right? Because people don't have to put out money every month to start their business. You get 3 people on the challenge this month, you never pay again for your Body by kit as long as you have 3. Does anyone like free? Mm-hmm. Anyone hate free? Okay, then it must be a good thing. Define your reason why. This is the most important thing. We'll talk about this in a bit, but you need to tap into the reason why you're building this business. Why are you going to take time away from what you're doing now and put it into a home-based business that has a potential to change your life? Raise your hand if you have spare time in the room. Let's see, even though they're unsure, they're like, well, what is he going to say next? I'm not going to ask you to move my couch, okay? No one has spare time, okay? I don't have spare time. No, V definitely does not have spare time. She runs 2 restaurants. She runs a Visalis business. She's super active. She works out every day. She spends more time on Facebook than anyone I've ever seen. She definitely does not have spare time. So that's the thing, is no one has spare time, right? So even though this is like a spare time, part-time business, in reality, you're taking time away from other things. Things that you obviously want to do, otherwise you wouldn't do them. So your reason why you do this needs to be much bigger than the reason why you would not do this, or why you would waste time, you know, on something that's obviously less important if you just joined Visalis. Step 1, start your list. Your list is your business plan. Last month I talked about average and above average. Again, show me any average people in the room. No? Awesome. Everyone's above average. So 25 is like for average people. That's for, like, you know, people that say they have spare time, I guess. And your list is your business plan. If you don't have a business plan, you're not even, if you don't have a list, you don't have a business plan, so you haven't even really started, okay? You have to make your list. Don't leave today without making your top 25 list. Top 25 is people that know, love, and trust you, okay? It's not like a list of 25 fat people. Anyone ever make a list of 25 fat people? Don't do that, okay? That's not the right way to build a business. Or, a list of 25 super fit people also would be a bad idea. So it's just 25 people that know, love, and trust you in the best relationship. Things I would be looking for if you want to take notes are influencers. Influencers are like pastors, preachers, teachers. People that are in health and wellness now. Either the personal trainer, gym owner, nurse, they're in medical. People who make over 6 figures in business are already successful and business owners, and then anyone who is a full-time network marketer, so people that actually make full-time money in network marketing. These are your influencers. I will contact them first. That's how you build momentum. Okay, I gave some of this away. So, the bigger the better, right? Bigger the better, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I hear this. Who's in the room that's heard this when they sat down with a new person? Well, I just don't know anybody. Anybody ever heard that? Anybody said that when you started your My Sales business? Chris is raising his hand. I don't really know anybody. But the next week you had a list of, I think, over 400 people. So you want to think of it in terms of this. If I paid you $20 a name, how many names could you put on a list? What if I paid you $1,000 a name? Right? How big would that list be? I would somehow come up with 1 million names. I don't even know how, but I would. So friends and friends, friends of Facebook. You can go back to your high school yearbook. You can go, just open up your cell phone. Everyone has over 100 contacts in your cell phone. Just start writing them down. The key is to have it all in one place and have it on a written out list, or it could be typed out. But it cannot be just your cell phone or your iPhone or something like that. It has to be all in one place. It has to be written or typed out, and you want to bring it with you everywhere you go. You want to be able to take notes. So when you call Bobby Sue and she says, yes, I'm interested, you need to be able to note when you called her and that you need to get her to the website. You have to be able to write a follow-up time. If you just have the names and numbers in your cell phone, then as soon as you sit down to start making calls, what you're going to do is just start flipping through names in your cell phone. You're never even going to hit send. Because it's not organized, you haven't actually decided who you're going to call. Yes, you know hundreds of people, but who are you going to call now and share the Body by Bye Challenge with? That's what your list is for. Recruit up, not down. Influence equals speed. What does this mean? If you only call people, okay, let's say we have to get real for a second, okay? You got to rate yourself on your influence scale. And it doesn't matter, people have all different influence scales for different reasons, right? If you took a job as an engineer and you were in a cubicle for a couple years and most of the day, every day you were at work, you wouldn't have a lot of friends, you wouldn't have a lot of outside circle of friends. Your influence is going to be low just because of that decision. Alternately, people that are outside and with people all the time, they know more people. So you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 being like a hermit gamer who just sits in his basement and eats Cheetos and plays games and doesn't know anyone, and then a 10 being like Billy Graham or Hulk Hogan or something like that could literally pack an auditorium with thousands and thousands of people. So you rate yourself on your influence. Maybe you're a 5 or a 6 or a 7. Maybe if you have your birthday party, how many people are going to show up, right? If you're going to have a huge party, you probably have some influence. So rate yourself on your influence, and then what you want to do is you want to recruit up. You want to recruit people that have more influence than you. If you don't, this is what will happen. If you only recruit people that you have influence over, or people with a lower influence number than you on a scale of 1 to 10, then they, imagine, would only probably recruit people less than them. So if you're a 5 and you recruit 4s, then your 4s would recruit 3s, and your 3s recruit 2s, all the way down to you have a whole team of 1s, which isn't the worst thing, but it's going to be hard for people with a 1 level of influence to build a business if they're looking for zeros, because zeros don't exist. So you need to recruit up, right? And really, really good story. So I have a team in Florida, and there's this gal named Lisa Clark, and she's a rock star, and she's basically she does web design and a few things, and she's a mother, and she's not something super, super successful in business, and I wouldn't rate her a 10 on the influence scale. But she did get into a lot of very high influencers' ears when promoting the challenge. So one of the people that she promoted was a person that she did work for. She's working on this guy's computer. He happens to have a garage full of Ferraris. He's retired at the age of 34, owns 3 or 4 different businesses, does real estate deals. The guy is definitely, the right type of person that we would love to have in our business. And guess what? He's looking for a direct sales business to join. You know, was tired of being retired and wanted much more out of life, ready to get back in the game, has always loved network marketing, literally evaluating opportunities at that time. She shows up Visalis, of course he joins, because she put him on the phone with me. No, that's actually not why. He joins because Visalis is the best right now. He did his due diligence, and I did close him, but it wasn't hard. And so now this guy, you know, first month, puts 5 people in BMWs. Wow. Yeah. Blast straight to national director, and you know, we're opening up a team in Dallas tomorrow. The guy's got contacts all over the world. Teams starting all over the country. We're looking at, anyway, won't talk about that. But really good guy to know, all because she just followed the system. She shared the challenge with someone. You know, she skipped a couple points in the influence scale for her to him, but she understands that. She doesn't have a problem with that, right? Last month, she put me, this same lady, put me on the phone with a person in Mexico who owns a national soccer team in Mexico. A guy who also retired from direct sales, so he's already familiar with direct sales, he's retired from that, and he has all the resources he needs to bring this product to Mexico, owning a national soccer team. So 2 really exciting people, and you know, it's this right here. You know, she's not the most influential person, but she found 2 very influential people that could literally set her up for life. Okay, so that's a story, you know, of how this thing works. It's already working in a big way for her. You know, her team, one of her teams has just exploded, and you know, she's on her way to ambassador right now. Add to your list daily. Anytime somebody says no, what does that mean? It's no for
now.
Right. So also, you can turn every person you call into a referral. You know, if someone says, you know, I'm not really interested in looking at the challenge right now, you can say, okay, hey, no problem. Well, listen, who do you know that is looking to improve their health right now? You know anyone with type 2 diabetes? You know, who do you know that needs to lose weight? You just ask questions. What you don't want to say is, cool, can you give me a list of 100 people alphabetically sorted that I could spam with my email bot and pay someone to make calls and harass? You know, you don't want to ask for a huge list of people. They're not going to do that. Just ask for one person. If you just ask for one person as a referral from every person that you get a no from, you'll never run out of people to call, right? If you get one referral from every person, you will never run out of people to call. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Lifestyling. So when you're out, anybody go to Starbucks ever in their life? Yes? Okay. So when you go to Starbucks, have a conversation with the person that just ordered coffee or the person that orders after you. Say hello to them and smile. Hello. Okay, that's the first way to open a conversation. And you know, it's not about trying to recruit them into your business right now. What kind of coffee did you just order? You know, just start a conversation. See if there's anything in common. You know, Damien just did a whole training on lifestyling on our team calls, so definitely plug into our team calls. It was valuable information. And, you know, this is just about making friends. The easiest way, after you get some conversation going and you're talking about jingle bells or Christmas carols or something like that, you know, before you leave, and I do recommend just keep it short, is just ask if they're on Facebook. Hey, are you on Facebook? That's like the rock star question right now. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm on Facebook, totally. I love Facebook. Like, sweet, what's your name? And then you get their information, you add them to Facebook as a friend, you're off and running. When you get back to your house, send them a quick message. Hey, it's cool to bump into you. We're Facebook buddies now. You know, look at their pictures. Oh, awesome pig. You're a rock star. You know, and just build a relationship with them. And then eventually what you can do is you can send them a message, or you can chat them, and you could say, hey, listen, do you consider yourself a health conscious person? That's the perfect opening line, okay? For someone that you're lifestyling with, or someone you meet on Facebook, for someone you add to Facebook, write that down. Do you consider yourself a health conscious person? It's perfect because whether they say yes or no, you're going to pitch them on the Body by My Challenge, right? If they say, no, not really, say, oh man, well you should probably consider, you know, doing something about that. Maybe you could improve your health. You know, are you interested in checking out a 90-day challenge? Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. If they say yes, same thing, right? Oh, you got to check this out. If you haven't heard of Body by Vi, it's killer. You got to check it out. I just did a 90-day challenge. I lost 40 pounds. This might be right up your alley. Schedule a personal challenge party. If you haven't had one yet, schedule it within 4 to 7 days. If you're gonna hit Rising Star in how many days? 7. And how many days? If you're going to hit Rising Star in 7 days, do you think you should have your challenge party in after or before 7 days? Before, right. So schedule your challenge party between 4 and 7 days. You don't want to put it 2 weeks out there with all kinds of emails and evites and prep. And don't worry about it, guys. It's just getting a couple people to your house. You can do it in 4 days. We've done challenge parties with 1 day's notice. David, we've done challenge parties with 1 day's notice and packed the room. Yes. Okay. So schedule it. The challenge party actually is going to happen once you schedule it. If you don't schedule it, it will never happen. So schedule it. If you haven't had one, schedule it right now. If you have a brand new person, it's important the night that they join, schedule their challenge party. Okay, that starts the ball rolling to their success. Pick 2 and party. This is really actually where all the work is. The challenge party is easy. If you've had a challenge party and you're in the room, is the challenge party easy?
Yes.
Come on, you guys. Is the challenge party easy?
Yes.
What is it? You just make shakes, you talk, you smile, and you press play on a video, and people join the challenge. It's super simple. That's not the work. Okay, so that's fun. The work goes into right here. You take your list. Okay, and you pick 2 tools that you like. I like the Vyline and the website because they're fast, they're free, and they're always available. You don't have to stock up on the Vyline, you don't have to pay for the website. It's always there. When you join, you get it for free. So put people on the Vyline, ask them if they want more information. Yes, send them to the website. Great. Then you invite them to the challenge party. So pick 2 and party. This is where all the work goes in. Why not just skip to step 3, right? Why do all this? If you have a challenge party, just invite everybody over to your challenge party, right? No. If you do that, what's going to happen is they're going to say, okay, cool, great information. I'm going to go home and think about it. Or I'm going to go home and talk to my wife about it. Or I'm going to go home and waste your time because I'm not going to call you about it. So you have to educate your people, let them know what they're coming for. We don't want people to come to a challenge party if they're not going to join a challenge. The reason this works, you guys, is when they come to the challenge party, they're coming to join. Okay, that's why this works. The reason they're coming to join is because they've already heard the Vyline, they've already seen the website, they know what they're getting into, they're excited about starting a challenge or starting a business or earning a BMW, right? Some people show up to the challenge party, they're just waiting to hear, okay, tell me about the BMW, dude, what do I have to do, right? That's all they want to know about. So the people that come to the challenge party are excited, they're hungry, they're ready to go. And when you have a room full of excited, hungry, ready to go people, that's going to be a party, right? So that's the way your challenge party should look. Talked about tools already, stock up on samples. Motion creates emotion. When you are promoting the challenge, when you're making calls, okay, I like to stand up and walk around. If you're making calls from behind a desk, your calls might sound like this. Oh, hey bro, what's going on? Oh, hey man. Hey, listen, I just found out about a 90-day challenge, and have you heard of Body by Body? No, what's that? It's a I don't really know. It's like a health. Just here, listen to the Vyline. Okay, yeah. So not exciting, not interested, click, right? So the way that you solve that problem is to be excited and write these 2 points down. When promoting the challenge, this is the secret to make it work. If you want the secret to promoting the challenge and actually getting people to challenge parties, actually getting people excited to start a 90-day challenge, people to ask you questions, get this thing to go viral. Do you guys want the secrets? Okay.
Yeah.
Urgency. Okay, urgency is, hey, what are you doing? This is like an urgent voice, right? Hey, what are you doing right now? Before they have a chance to answer, dude, I just found out about a 90-day challenge. You've got to check this out. Do you have a minute? Yeah, that's urgent, right? That sounds like now. It's exciting, right? That's the other point, is excitement. Be excited when you talk about it. Don't be monotone. Don't be delayed. Don't be slow. Don't be excited about what you're doing. Is what we do exciting, you guys?
Yes.
Is putting 25 people a day in BMWs exciting?
Yes.
Is losing 15 million pounds in 2 years exciting?
Yes.
Do you guys know that we've captured already over 1% of the entire weight loss industry?
Yay!
One company, you guys, in 2 years has captured 1% of the entire weight loss industry. That's insane. Do you guys know how many companies are out there?
Tons.
Tons is the answer. Thousands and thousands and thousands of companies in weight loss, you guys. It's insane. Is Chris's story of losing 99 pounds exciting to anyone in the room? Okay, is helping moms stay home with their kids, not have to work at restaurants or stupid jobs that they don't want to do, taking time away from their family to stay home and do a few things on Facebook and make money. Is that exciting to anybody? Yes. Okay, so bring that to your conversation when you're promoting the challenge. That's all you have to do, guys, is be urgent and excited about what you're doing. And part of the way, if you're having a tough time, hey, if you've ever had a bad day, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, we've all had bad days. I get that. But guess what? It doesn't have to be bad all day, right? You know, you can have a crummy time at work. Work is over now, okay? Now it's bye-bye time. Exciting! So when you get to Starbucks or wherever you're going to make your calls, what you want to do is instead of just sitting down and still just having a bad day, is, you know, change your mindset a little bit. Think about what it is that we're doing. Get excited about what we're doing and start walking around. Motion creates emotion. If you can walk around, you can get your heart rate up a little bit. You're going to find that your conversation is a lot more exciting and a lot more urgent when you have motion in it. If you guys have ever been on the team call, sometimes I run up a flight of stairs in a parking garage. I just start running, get my heart pounding, and then I deliver that energy and I deliver that emotion on the team call because I'm excited about what we're doing. So be urgent and excited. Have confidence. Know that what you're doing is real. You guys have seen enough stories. You know, if you don't have that yet, you've got to get to the next event. The next event that we have will be probably close to 1,000 people. The one in LA was 1,000, so actually it might be closer to like 1,500. And so, you know, you saw some exciting stories today, both on the health and the business. Awesome stories. But at a bigger event, you guys, you know, believe through the roof. So that'll give you confidence that what we're doing is awesome and it's life-changing. Use instructional statements like I need you to. So when you're telling people, let's say you just had somebody listen to the byline and you're trying to get them to tool the next tool. You want to say, well, I like to ask, are you at a computer right now? And so if they say yes, great, put them in, you know, send to the website. If they say no, say, okay, cool, I need you to write down my website real quick, right? So what you could do is, you know, something like, Maggie, catch this real quick, right? So I just told Maggie to catch it. Give Maggie a hand, everyone. And she did it. I didn't say, Maggie, when you're ready, and if I'm ready, and if we both have time, and we talk about it, and maybe if it's okay, and I'm not imposing too much, could you please make a way? Never mind. It's like, no one's gonna, you know, you have, just tell people what you want them to do, and they do it. It's that simple, you know. Women are really great at this. Okay, that didn't go over well. Yeah. Honey, can you take out the garbage? Right, that's an instructional statement. Women already know how to do this. They don't need this training. Guys, we need to be a little more instructional on the phone. Handle objections. So this is something that is like a sales training thing that we don't do. The way we handle objections, instead of saying, you know, somebody giving you an objection, you know, I don't have money, or what are some more objections? You know, I don't need to lose weight. I don't have money. I don't have time.
No friends.
I don't know anybody, right? So instead of giving you like 10 things to come back with for objections, where you have to memorize them all, we don't need to do that. All you have to do is tell a story. So if you told me, hey, I don't have money to do the ESS, I would say, well, bro, I don't know anything about that. And I make a weird face at him. And I say, but my buddy in LA just sold a piece of jewelry that hasn't worn in 15 years. He's also living paycheck to paycheck. Put that $500 into a business that's now paying him. So maybe you should check your closet for like an unused scooter or something like that. Or someone says, you know, what's, you know, so like a technical question about the shake, like, you know, well, isn't there soy in the shake? And you just make this face. You go, I don't know about all that. All I know is my wife did the 90-day challenge. She lost 76 pounds, and she's not worried about soy. So practice that face in the mirror. It'll get you out of any objection, and have tons of stories to back up anything that they ask, and that's the way to do it. Be a pearl diver. This is really, really, really important. So say this with me. Some will, some won't, so what? Next! One more time with conviction. Some will, some won't, so what? Next! Yeah, that's the